Students, this is Mrs. Daina who will be teaching you English literature for Standard 5 students. I hope you have adjusted with your e-learning program of our school. Before we could begin the lesson, let us have some warm-up exercise. All of us have some bad habits, don't we? Those may be touching the face with our hands unnecessarily, scratching our head, putting the tongue out, etc. Similar way, we have a comic strip, that is, a girl named Mary who fell ill and was taken to a doctor by her mother. When doctor wanted to examine her, she was asked to put her tongue out. The girl wouldn't. As a response, she told that her mother scolded her number of times for putting the tongue out. Actually, she was sticking her tongue out at people. Mother scolded her very badly and warned her not to keep the tongue out. The girl really obeyed her, but she did not understand for what reason her mother corrected her. The same way, many incidents happen in our school, in the house. Our parents may correct us at times. Sometimes our teachers correct us, but we don't like to take corrections. We think, oh, that is, they are doing something for their good. Actually, we have to understand what is right and how to behave and which way they correct, and we have to take it in a positive way. In relation with this comic strip, we have a lesson, that is a question of grammar. The main character of this lesson is William Brown. Now all of you can take out your book, that is page 16. I'll be reading you the lesson line by line and explaining it. William Brown is a reckless 11-year-old boy who always gets into trouble. One day, he learns that his parents are going to visit his aunt soon. Since he will be alone at home, he wants to invite his friends to his house for a small party and decides to ask his father for permission. That is normal. When somebody invites us for a small program or any birthday function, we need to ask permission from our parents. Say, at the same way, we can see William Brown also wants to get permission from his father. Father was reading a paper in the dining room when William entered the room. What was the father doing? Father was reading a paper. When you are all away this Saturday, can I have a party? William asked quickly, because he was thinking father should give permission. So whenever father was sitting somewhere, he wanted to go quickly and get permission from him. So he asked, when you all are away this Saturday, can I have a party? No, of course not. What was the father's reply? No, of course not. That was his reply, said his father, irritated. That means not so happily, he answered. William spent most of the English grammar class in school next morning. Okay, that part is over. Next day he went to school. Thinking about this, what was he thinking? He was thinking about the party. What great fun it would be to throw a party in his parents' absence. He was thinking, oh my God, what great fun it would be when he conducts a party for his friends. That is what he was thinking. Just then, Miss Jones interrupted his thoughts. Interrupted. What's the meaning of interrupted? Spoke in between. Yes, I also interrupt you sometimes when you are not listening. When you don't listen, teachers, we ask you to look at us or pay attention to this. So the same way, Miss Jones also interrupted his thoughts, asking, "What have I just been saying, William?" she asked. William sighed. That means he got a little bit panic, breathed deeply, looking blank. He did not know what to answer. He only vaguely remembered something about participles. Vaguely remembered, not very, vaguely means not very clearly. He only vaguely remembered something about participle, that is ing form of the verb. Participles are ing form of the verb. Miss Jones groaned. Again, she made a big sound, deep sound. "I was saying that two negatives make an affirmative." What is that, she said? Two negatives two negatives plus negatives make an affirmative. This is what she taught there but you see in detail. Just then Miss Jones told, "Two negatives make an affirmative." It means that two no's means yes. Two no's means yes. If they are in the same sentence. If you said there is not no money in the box, you mean that there is, she explained. William considered. Now he got. What he got? He got what he was thinking, that he got clarified with that. Then he said, "If you say no and not in the same sentence, does it mean yes?" "Certainly." Now, whatever confusion was in his mind, it got over. It was really clear. On Friday, William casually distributed invitations to 30 friends. How many friends? 30 friends. He had 30 friends. Not like you or me. He had 30 friends. "My parents are going away tomorrow and said I could have a few friends for tea. Can you come over?" He invited them happily. They all accepted the invitation. Who are they? Those students. All his friends accepted the invitation. On Saturday, William's merry guests flocked to the gate. On Saturday, William's merry guests. Who are these merry guests? His friends. Children happy. They were all very happy. The cook stared at them. What happened to the cook? Cook looked very unpleasant. He didn't like that these children come to William's house. Stunned, she was shocked. "Why have you brought all these boys up?" she asked William. "They have come to tea," said William calmly, because he thought he already got permission from his father, so he brought them for tea. "They have not," she said. "Your father said." So Cook replied that, "No, they have not. They did not get permission." He said, "They could come," said William. "I asked him and he said, yes, of course." Actually, his father did not say yes, of course. He said, "No, of course not." But he applied Miss Jones' class, grammar class, he applied to his father's reply. That was the confusion here. The cook shut the door in his face, horrified. She got very angry and bolted the back door. When she started fastening the windows, William aimed a stone at the drawing room. What did he do? He took a stone and aimed at the window. And the window broke. The brave party entered through the broken window and started running up and down the stairs, leaving trails of muddy boots and shattering ornaments. Here, shattering ornaments means they all scattered the house. They scattered the things in the house. William meanwhile locked the cook up in the cellar. Cellar is one small underground room. That is, what he did, William took the cook to the cellar. Then it struck him it was tea time and there was no tea. Actually, he invited them for tea and there was no tea in the house. A few moments later, his spirits rose again. Come on, he called, let us go to the pantry, eat what you can. Actually, somebody, they invite us, what do we expect? As a small children, we expect certain things, that is cake, cold drink, ice cream, etc. So these are the things we normally see for in the party. The same way, William invited them to the pantry and they ate whatever they could there. The boys stooped in, shouting, laughing. George, with great gusto, drank a whole jar of cream. What was there? A jar of cream was also there, and they had it very lavishly. William and Douglas they both ate gooseberry pie. What was the other item? Gooseberry pie. Henry ate a whole currant cake. Henry ate a whole currant cake. When they left, the entire larder was empty. What's the meaning of larder? Larder was a cupboard attached to the pantry. Then, while they were enjoying themselves, one of the boys who had been at the drawing room window came back, because one boy was looking through the window near the drawing room. He saw someone and ran and came, saying, "They are coming home," he shouted excitedly. That means, very loudly he shouted, "They are coming home. Who are they?" The boys flocked to the window. All the boys together came near the window and looked at. A cab was turning at the front gate. A cab was there in front of the gate. William grew pale. He became colorless. He became so pale. The cab was filled with their own family members. The cab contained his family. 2 hours later, another friend of William arrived. While leaving, she looked up at William's window and caught sight of William's untidy head. So what did she see there? William looked very untidy. And the window, what happened to the window? The window was also broken. "Come and play with me, William," she called eagerly. She thought William, her best friend, will come and play with her, but he wouldn't come. "I can't," said William sternly. Very strictly he said, "No, I can't. I am going to bed." What was he going to do? He was going to bed. "Well, why are you going to bed, William?" William leaned out of the window. Now, what to do? He leaned out of the window. "I'm going to bed," he said, "because my father doesn't understand grammar. That is why." What was he saying? "I'm going to bed because my father doesn't understand English grammar." So what was the problem here? What was the confusion? He thought his father told, "No, of course not." But he related this sentence with the English grammar class. So Miss Jones taught him two negatives can become an affirmative. That is why sometimes we all of us make some mistakes by hearing. So let us not do that. We should understand things clearly and go accordingly. Now, you please read the lesson twice or thrice and do the exercise in the book itself. That is page 19a 1 to 7. That's all for today. Tomorrow I'll be sending you the notes. Then you can write it in your class workbook. Thank you.